Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my ex-evangelical friends Jason Dedeker join me, a born and raised atheist, to have some drinks and read the Bible. So Jason Dedeker, what are y'all excited about today here in the land of shut down America?
Well, what I'm excited about is the fact that it's not just the three of us doing this episode. In fact,
yes,
we have a whole virtual room filled with people joining us for Bible study today, which is super exciting. If you want to get in on this and you're listening to this in the near future, we're doing live episodes each week while everyone's feeling isolated. And it's funny, I was thinking about it, and I bet that a lot of more serious Bible studies are also doing exactly the same thing right now. So,
that's an interesting point that you just made there.
Yeah, so it's fitting.
Yeah.
So that means that there's probably a lot of Bible studies happening right now that are secretly drunk Bible studies because people are piping in from home. And so,
I like that. Yeah.
You can kind of secretly have a beer on the side if you want.
Yeah, people are laughing at this, but I do wonder if that's actually the case. If people just sneak a drink here and there, maybe the pastor does. I mean, yeah.
All right, turn off your video for a sec, or lean over to the side and have a drink.
Exactly.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
even just have a sippy cup, put a bottle of wine in your clean canteen. There's so many ways.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good ways to do it.
No, it's great. I love it. So we did an entire book last time.
Yeah. Amazing.
It was amazing.
Now, Emily, so we did an entire book, so I won't blame you. I won't fault you if you don't remember every single beat of that story. But let's say if you were teaching a first grade Sunday school class about the book of Ruth.
Oh, okay.
What would be the most important things that you'd want to let these little Sunday schoolers know?
It was a love story. To me, it was a love story between Ruth and her mother-in-law.
Yeah, it was a very sweet story. Yeah.
Yeah. And who was it? Did Ruth end up getting with this guy, a different guy, after her husband died?
Yes.
Yeah, she got with the guy. And that was basically
the name of that guy?
To start with an M.
Nope.
Why don't you give it to me?
So it was Boaz.
That's
the very
rich
landowner Boaz.
Oh, yes. And we were trying to find some rich looking preppy man guy to play him.
And there was some shenanigans in fields. Do you remember that?
It wasn't plowing the fields. That sounds
that's
sounds
modern,
like it would be not plowing them, but did you sit in them? Oh, uncovering feet. Thank you to the person who told me that in the chat on this thing. Uncovering feet.
This is the problem with having a live internet
is not
audience.
a problem.
Now
this is very helpful.
People can give you hints.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, so
Thank goodness.
uncovering feet was he passed out in a bale of hay.
Yeah.
And then she uncovered his feet. Wink. Oh, I said wink a lot in that episode. Now I remember.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now the Bible has given us a couple of good euphemisms for doing it. The uncovering your feet, definitely. If you remember from Job about grinding another man's grain, that's another one.
Well, I remember in Genesis and Exodus, we also would giggle every time we talked about pitching tents.
Oh, yeah.
But that wasn't intended to be a euphemism. That was just Emily's sixth grader brain.
Right.
It is hilarious, okay? I don't know about all of you, but to me, it's hilarious.
Well, today we are heading into Samuel, the book of 1 Samuel, another new book that's going to keep us going for a little while. To celebrate the opening of a new book, what are all y'all drinking?
Oh, well, I am having a very celebratory drink. I am having a Underwood The Bubbles. It's like a champagne-type Prosecco thing in a can. I really recommend these because it's half a bottle in a can.
So you're drinking half a bottle of sparkling wine?
Well,
today?
no, maybe not. What is 375 milliliters? How much is in a bottle? No, it's like 700 something.
It's usually $7.50. Yeah.
So yes, it's
right.
not an insubstantial amount. We'll see how much I get through, but currently I'm indulging.
I love it. I'm having a beer called Space Danger.
What in the world?
From the Fremont Brewing Company in Seattle. And honestly, I just saw the name and was like, well, yeah, I got to get that.
Heck yes.
Space Danger. It's an IPA, which you know I love.
So my partner Alex found some Sierra Nevada at the store, which is from my hometown of Chico, California. And so I just thought in these trying times, it was just kind of nice to have something comforting and homeish. And so I'm kicking back with a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale today.
Dedeker, what time is it there?
Ooh, probably too early to be drinking. It's 11 in the morning.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
It's 5 o'clock here, so you're fine. Don't even
okay.
worry.
As I've probably mentioned to people on the podcast before, that like whenever I'm traveling and I have to drink for drunk Bible study, you know, in the mornings, I pretty much write off that entire day. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise because it really encourages me to take my time for myself and not work too much.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And even
Play
if
some
I try,
games.
I'm miserable. So
I'm
it's
sorry
gonna
to
be
hear
a-
that.
It's because I'm such a lightweight. Like literally, I have one beer and then I go through like drunkenness to soberness to hungover in the course of like an hour and a half, and
I'm gracious.
it's just bad for the rest of the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're doing it for the good of the art. And if you can call this art, I don't know what I call it, but it's something all right.
We'll leave that
So-
to the historians to decide what to classify this as.
Indeed.
All right, so today we're reading 1 Samuel 1 through 3. As we get started, we want to remind all of our listeners to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us, or you can listen to us while you're in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time. And with that, we are beginning this journey of Samuel, 1 Samuel 1. Now, there was a certain man of Ramathaim Zophim, maybe right? Okay. Of the hill country of Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah.
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 I guess that's better than Moose Susan.
Yeah, exactly. Elkanah. The son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu, but a different Elihu from the last one that we encountered. The son of Tohu, like tofu, but not. The son of Zupha and
Zufa, like Lufa? Zufa?
yeah, Zupha and
Wow.
crap. Ephraimite, that's the word. And he had 2 wives. The name of the one was Hannah. Oh, Hannah. That's an easy name. And the other one, Peniah. And Peniah had children, but Hannah had no children.
Oh, we've
Cool.
been here before.
Yeah, classic story.
Yes. So this man went up out of the city from year to year to worship and to sacrifice to Yahweh of hosts in Shiloh. What does that mean? Hosts in Shiloh?
What verse is this? I'll look at the message.
It's 3.
Verse 3. Okay, every year this man went from his hometown up to Shiloh to worship and offer sacrifice to, this is all hyphenated, God of the angel armies.
What?
Oh, okay.
That's in the message?
The
That's
message.
badass.
All
Wow.
hyphenated, God of the angel armies. God of the angel. Is it like
I see.
angel
Okay,
armies?
Shiloh is the place name.
Yes.
Yahweh of hosts / God of the angel armies is the title of Yahweh.
Okay, that makes
Yes.
more sense. Thank you.
you got it.
We did need the message for that, though.
Okay.
The 2 sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, priests to Yahweh, were there. When the day came that Elkanah sacrificed, he gave to Peniah his wife and to all her sons and her daughters portions. I don't know of what, but
I'm
something.
assuming inheritance, land, maybe?
Okay.
No, they're doing a sacrifice, right?
Oh, right.
So
Portions
it's the
of the sacrifice.
portions of the food that they're sacrificing.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Okay, that's some real old school stuff, but okay. But to Hannah, he gave a double portion, for he loved Hannah. But Yahweh had shut up her womb. Oh, that's too bad.
Shut up her womb. Okay,
He was like, "Stop
translation.
it."
The translation that I grew up with was the NIV, and they always said closed the womb, closed somebody's womb, which also always made my skin crawl a little bit. I really like shut up her womb. Like,
Yeah.
it's
No,
just
that's
gabbing.
amazing.
It's like, no, we do not care what your womb has to say.
Shut it
Oh,
up.
goodness. Shut it up. So, oh, goodness. Her rival provoked her sore to make her fret because Yahweh had shut up her womb. Who's her rival? Is it her
It's got to
sister?
be the other. It's got to be the other wife.
I think it's the other
right?
wife. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think.
Wait, is that
Because
her
remember-
sister? Or no, that's just a different wife. That's what's-his-butt's wife.
Her sister
But
wife.
it is.
not
yeah.
her
Sister wife. Exactly. Thank you.
But there are parallels to the story of Rachel and Leah.
yeah, clearly.
Yes. Yeah.
Who were
Okay.
also sisters and sister wives.
You're right, they are. Wow.
They were literally sister wives.
Wait, they were also sisters? Rachel
Rachel
and
and
Leah were
Leah
sister?
were.
Yeah, remember
Yes.
he wanted to marry Leia and he worked
Yeah,
for 7
no,
years and then
He
had
wanted to marry Rachel.
Opposite.
Yep, that's the one.
Yes.
Yes.
Even I know that. Yes. Okay, as he did so year by year, when she went up to the house of Yahweh, so she provoked her. Therefore she wept and did not eat. They're saying a lot of she's and not a lot of, like, any specifying names, but that's fine.
But I think we were to understand that he gave the double portion to Hannah because he loves her, but because she was so stressed out, she didn't eat it.
And
Right?
because
That's-
her sister
Because
wife is.
her sister wife is
Yeah.
being a bee,
Yes. Yeah. She's
Yes.
being a bee.
a busy bee.
A busy bee, yeah.
Stinging her with, some
She's making her
provocations.
sore. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Elk Anach, her husband, said to her, Hannah, why weep you? And why don't you eat? And why is your heart grieved? Am I not better to you than 10 sons? And Hannah's like, nah. Not really. I mean, I'm supposing she was probably real nice or something. She didn't even say anything. She said, so Hannah rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh and after they had drunk. Now Eli, the priest, was sitting on his seat by the doorpost of the temple of Yahweh. She was in bitterness of soul and prayed to Yahweh and wept sore. Wait, that's a real non sequitur. They're like talking about Hannah, and then they're like, and Eli was sitting there. And now back to Hannah.
But I think she.
Well, they're setting the scene.
yeah.
Oh, all right.
It's like picture this. She's gotten up after the sacrifice. Screen left, we see Eli sitting at the entrance to the temple. Hannah walks in.
Hannah enters the
weeping.
frame.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. Okay, I like that. All right. So she was weeping, wept sore. A lot of sore things right now. She vowed a vow and dreamed a dream. No, that was me. And said, Yahweh of hosts, if you will indeed look on the affliction of your handmaid and remember me and not forget your handmaid, but will give your handmaid a man-child, then I will give him to Yahweh all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come on his head.
Oh, we've been here before.
Wait,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
not going to cut off his hair like Samson, and then he'll be
Yeah,
able
like
to like
Samson.
take stuff down?
Like a Nazarite, a
Yeah.
Nazarite vow.
Oh,
where
yeah,
he's
that
given
one.
over to the temple. Or
Yeah,
to
it's
the
a
priests.
code that she'll dedicate her son to the temple. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
got some people sounding off in the chat that they've had Yahweh's favor because they've been sent a lot of man children.
That's pretty good.
I just love that they called it that, a man-child. Gracious.
Well, you have to clarify with Yahweh if she just asks for a child and Yahweh makes her give
It's
birth
like
to
a
6
man-child?
girls that no one cares about.
Yeah, exactly. That they're definitely not going to tell us the names of in this book
Yeah.
at all. So, okay, it happened as she continued praying before Yahweh that Eli marked her mouth?
Oh,
What? What does that
marked
mean?
her mouth, like heard her words. I'm trying to really give it the benefit of the
like
doubt.
mark my words, mark my mouth.
Yeah.
Are you sure
yeah.
that he didn't like put lipstick on her or something?
It's like, honey, just hold on. This is gonna help.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Really gonna make you pop here. It's gonna be.
Gracious. Now Hannah, she spoke in her heart. Only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard, of course. Therefore Eli thought she had been drunken.
What? Wait. So he sees her like muttering to herself, and he's like, Hannah's
she's
drunk
real
again.
drunk.
Oh,
Goodness, she's been having too
jeez.
much of that Underwood bubbles. Yeah. Eli said to her, "How long will you be drunken? Put away your wine from you."
Jeez.
Like, how long are you going to be drunk? How long do you think you're going to keep drinking today?
Can I read to you the message version of this?
Please, yes.
So this is, her lips moved, but no sound was heard. Eli jumped to the conclusion that she was drunk. He approached her and said, "You're drunk. How long?
Thank you, message.
How long do you plan to keep this up? Sober up, woman."
What? It really
Jeez,
says that?
Eli.
The message really says that?
Yeah. It actually says "sober up, woman" with an
Sober up,
exclamation
woman.
point.
I love that so much. Oh my gracious. Okay. Hannah answered, "No, my lord. I am a woman of a sorrowful spirit. I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but I poured out my soul before Yahweh. Don't count your handmaid for a wicked woman, for out of the abundance of my complaint and my provocation I have spoken hitherto." Then Eli answered, "Go in peace, and the God of Israel grant your petition that you have asked of him."
Emily, I feel like the tone you read that with doesn't really fit those words.
Go in peace.
Yeah, he's
No,
like apologizing now.
Oh, I
think.
see.
no.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! See, I was 100%
I thought that he was
on
over
board.
her. He was over
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I was 100%
I
on board
see.
with her first reading that he has to save face and like maybe still be kind of skeptical that she is drunk, and so he's
I
like,
see.
"Go in peace,
Okay,
just get out of my
okay.
sight."
All
I
right.
like that. Yeah, there you go. That's how I saw it too. She said, "Let your handmaid find favor in your sight." So the woman went her way and ate, and her facial expression wasn't sad anymore.
Just
Wow.
her facial expression.
Yeah. She was still super sad, but she was hiding it better now.
Who wrote this? I love it.
You know what? That brings me back to a memory of like a freshman college class that I took with a professor I didn't really care for so much as it was. And there was one morning where like, and it was a morning class. So like all of us were like, you know, like cranky college students, like sleepy and stuff like that. We rolled into class and we were there. And she like, for some reason, singled out one girl and was like, "Is something wrong?" And the girl was like, "No." And the professor literally said, "Okay, we'll change your face then." And I was like, "Jeez."
Say that to people? No.
Wow.
No, you cannot. All right. They rose up in the morning early and worshipped before Yahweh and returned and came to their house to Ramah. And Elkanah, am I saying this right? Elkanah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Knew Hannah, his wife, and Yahweh remembered her. Oh, yeah, that lady. Yeah. It happened when the time was come about that Hannah conceived, and bore a son, and she named him Samuel, like the book name. Cool. Saying, "Because I have asked him of Yahweh," meaning like I asked for this little baby boy, this man-child, and here he is. Okay, cool. The man, Elkanah, and all his house went up to offer to Yahweh the yearly sacrifice and his vow. But Hannah didn't go up, for she said to her husband, "I will not go up until the child be weaned, and then I will bring him, that he may appear before Yahweh, and there abide forever." Forever?
Yeah. So
What?
let me read this to you in the message. I think it'll make some more sense. So she told her husband, "After the child is weaned, I'll bring him myself and present him before God, and that's where he'll stay for good."
What?
Jeez, and then I'm just
For
going to leave him up
good.
there? Good
Yeah.
news.
Why?
She committed him
That
to
doesn't
be a
make-
Nazarite. She's having to give him to the temple to work for the temple.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
No, not like a sacrifice. Someone said in
Yeah,
chat.
I'm
No,
sorry.
not-
Thank you for
yes.
clarifying that. I was just like, this is going to be a really short book if this baby is just going to like go immediately in some fashion. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I guess it's just going to be like Samuel's tales in the tabernacle.
Right.
Tales of the tabernacle with Samuel
Tales of the
1.
Tabernacle Keeper.
Wait a minute. Is Samuel 2 going to be a different Samuel?
No, it's all
No.
about.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's
Samuel 1, Samuel 2.
these two books are kind of like 100 Years of Solitude, you know, where we follow
That
several
doesn't
generations.
help me, but okay.
Okay,
Maybe
well,
all of you out there.
I guess one could argue that really the whole Bible is kind of like that, where we're just following more and more
What, it's like
generations.
2,000 years of solitude?
Yeah, it takes
The
2,000
Bible.
years to read it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, only 7 apparently, unless we get more patrons.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
We should also tell our live listeners here about a few of the rules of our drinking game. So
Oh, yes.
they change over time, kind of based on the book we're reading. So we're going to see what Samuel has in store for us. But some ones that have come back a lot is anytime there's repetition, we drink. And we used to drink anytime there was stuff about pitching tents, but I suppose we could have any sort of like euphemistic things maybe you drink for
I
that
like
too.
drinking for euphemisms.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, drink it. So the feet being
Yep.
uncovered and various other things.
Right. Yeah.
Someone already said that they thought that this book was particularly horny. So
Perfect. We'll be drinking
maybe,
well.
we'll be
Great.
drinking well. Yeah. Oh, so she's got to wean him first.
Yeah, but
so
then she's going to
she's-
give him to the temple.
Cool. I mean, isn't that sad? That's sad. She's wanted this baby her whole life, and then she's got to give him up like immediately
Yeah,
after
but
it's
she
weaned.
vowed a vow. It was transactional.
We have
Clearly.
determined
You know,
in this book
it's
that
like
there's-
Rapunzel. It's literally like no, sorry, not Rapunzel.
Yeah, I was like, what did
Rumpelstiltskin.
Rapunzel give?
No, Rumpelstiltskin. Straight up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. When she had weaned him, she took him up with her with 3 bowls and 1 ephah of meal and a bottle of wine and brought him to, this sounds like a sacrifice, okay? And brought him to the house of Yahweh in Shiloh, and the child was young. They killed the bull and brought the child to Eli. She said, "Oh, my Lord, as your soul lives, my Lord, I am the woman who stood by you here praying to Yahweh."
You
For
thought
this-
that I was drunk and sloppy. And
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at me now with my
Exactly.
bottle
Well,
of wine and 3 bowls and a baby
Yeah.
attached to me.
Exactly. For this child I prayed, and Yahweh has given me my petition, which I asked of him. Therefore, I also have granted him to Yahweh. As long as he lives, he is granted to Yahweh. He worshipped Yahweh there. Who's he? Eli? The
No,
baby?
Samuel.
Wait, but Samuel's
no,
a little
Samuel's
baby.
the baby.
Well,
Who's he?
yeah. No, I thought we were like setting up then the future. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's Eli.
Well, but Eli is a priest. Doesn't he always worship him?
But
Well,
I mean,
now he's like extra happy about it.
Now he's extra worshiping?
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. That's it for Samuel 1 : Samuel 1.
Wow. Let's move along to 1 Samuel chapter 2. Hannah prayed and said, "My heart exults in Yahweh. My horn is
What?
exalted in Yahweh." Wink.
Drink.
Drink.
Okay.
Drink
If
and
you're,
wink.
if, you're gonna, if you're gonna put wink after it, then I think that means we drink.
If you're going to wink, you got to drink, as I always say.
Since
There you
when
go.
did Hannah
Yeah.
have a horn?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
That I don't know. That is a mystery for the ages. Let's see. Okay, so my horn is exalted in Yahweh, for there is none. Wait.
No.
Okay.
Oh, my
Hold
mouth.
on. Hold on. My mouth. My mouth is enlarged over my enemies.
Drink.
Okay, I just had a thought about horn though. Like that's you drink out of that, right? So, like, my
Oh, you
horn-
blow into
One
that.
could. You
could
can do
that
multiple
too.
things with horns.
Yeah, you can.
You could tap out some gunpowder out of it. That's the thing people
Not,
do with
not in
horns.
this day and age, Dedeker.
How do you know?
I am guessing. Maybe in China they already had gunpowder, but I doubt it.
Exactly. Okay.
Well, you keep reading. I'm going to look up when gunpowder was invented.
Okay. Because I rejoice in your salvation. There is none holy as Yahweh, for there is none besides you. Neither is there any rock like our God.
Oh
He's
my
back.
gosh!
The rock is back.
I love
He's
it.
back.
So,
I love it when they reference our God, the Rock.
so for those of you tuning in, we also are continually casting for Drunk Bible Study the movie, and the part of Yahweh is played by The Rock, as in The Rock, the Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, so any
Wait.
reference to Yahweh, that's who's playing him.
Also, who's going to be Hannah and who's going to be what?
Well, we gotta take some time, gotta see how the story
Is Hannah
unfolds.
in any more of this?
We'll
Oh,
find
She
my
out.
kind of did her thing. Juliet
find out.
Lewis. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I also did look this up, and we're still more than 1,000 years before gunpowder's invented
Okay,
at this
so
point.
she's
Okay.
not using.
All right, well,
she's
never
not
mind.
using a horn to carry gunpowder,
Okay.
No, that
but
would
she
be
is
really
using her
random.
mouth. She is using her mouth like Kirby to attack her enemies.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And eat them and then spit them out.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah.
Can I please keep reading?
Yes,
the Bible?
please do.
Yes.
Okay.
If you must.
Okay. Talk no more so exceeding proudly. Don't let arrogance come out of your mouth. For Yahweh is a God of knowledge. By him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty men are broken. Those who stumbled are girded with strength. Those who were full have hired out themselves for bread.
What?
Those who were hungry have ceased to hunger. Yes, the barren has borne 7. She who has many children languishes.
Wait a minute, is she talking about herself?
She's getting real poetic here.
Or is she just like, is this like, I don't know.
I'm willing to bet this is a song, actually.
Well, yeah,
She's singing? One of our knowledgeable people says, in the audience says yes. I will imagine that he is right. Yes?
Well, yeah, I was just going to say that in the Message and in the NIV, this is all indented, like when they do songs and poems and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody said the Song of Hannah.
This is the Song of Hannah. Okay.
Whoa. Okay, cool.
When we're reading versions of the Bible that actually have like subtitles and stuff, that would give us the clue.
But unfortunately, the World English Bible is like, we don't need none of that.
Yeah, the World English Bible doesn't need a lot of things like punctuation. Okay, yes. Yahweh kills and makes alive. He brings down to Sheol and brings up. Yahweh makes poor and makes rich. He brings low. He also lifts up.
Who's Sheol?
He raises. Sheol was the underworld.
Okay.
We talked about this.
Yeah. No,
Way
I was
back,
just
yeah.
making sure. I was just making sure that,
You got it. He raises up the poor out of the dust. He lifts up the needy from the dunghill to make them sit with princes. I hope he makes them shower first.
Yes.
Inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are Yahweh's. He has set the world on them. He will keep the feet of his holy ones, but the wicked shall be put to silence in darkness. For by strength shall no man prevail. Those who strive with Yahweh shall be broken to pieces. Against them he thunder in the sky. Yahweh will judge the ends of the earth. He will give strength to his king, exalt the horn of his anointed. Now, I'm assuming that that's the end of the song. The World English Bible does not make any distinction that is the end of the song, but just based on the fact that now we're switching into narrative, I'm assuming that's the end of Hannah's
I
song.
doubt she's singing this as well.
I don't think so.
This is not indented now.
Okay, so we're back to the story. So Hannah had her song. Elkanah went to Ramah to his house. The child did minister to Yahweh before Eli the priest. So Samuel's being raised by Eli now.
Okay. That's why we had to talk about him before. That makes sense.
Now, this next section you're about to start, I'm looking at several versions of the Bible right now. In the Message, the title of this is Samuel Serves God. But in the NIV, the title of this section is Eli's Wicked Sons.
Oh, gracious.
Very different feel.
Eli has sons? Wait, in this world, can you have, like, relations if you're a priest?
Yeah. Remember when we had our first priest,
You gotta keep the Levites going somehow.
Yeah, you're right.
Our first priest, Aaron, remember his sons were all the ones who inherited that. That's where Phinehas and all those guys came from. Yeah.
Yes.
Remember Aaron had the sons that died because they lit the strange incense in the wrong place?
Yes, somebody just said it and 2 exploded.
Exactly.
I remember now. That was quite a thing.
Now, the sons of Eli were base men. They didn't know Yahweh.
All your baser belonged to us?
The custom of the priests with the people was that when any man offered sacrifice, the priest's servant came while the flesh was boiling with a flesh hook of 3 teeth in his hand. And
what?
He
Just stick with it here.
Okay.
He struck it into the pan or kettle or cauldron or pot. We really got to cover all our bases there. All that the flesh hook brought up, the priest took therewith. So they did in Shiloh to all the Israelites who came there. Okay, so that's how the priest would
get their share.
Get their share. Okay, the flesh hook. I'm just assuming a giant fork is kind of all that I'm thinking of.
I think of one of those things that they like pull characters back in
vaudeville sketches?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Except for like very, very scary and killy.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Before they burnt the fat, the priest's servant came and said to the man who sacrificed, "Give flesh to roast for the priest, for he will not have boiled flesh of you, but raw." If the man said to him, "They will surely burn the fat first, and then take as much as your soul desires," then he would say, "No, but you shall give it me now, and if not, I will take it by force."
I'm sorry, as a vegan, this is disgusting to me. Ugh. Okay.
Okay, so what I think I'm getting from this is that the normal way of doing things is you boil your sacrifice, the priest comes along, fishes out what he can get, and that's his portion. What it seems like is maybe the shady practice going on is that before the person is boiling their sacrifice, someone's coming along and saying, hey, you need to give me meat ahead of time, like raw meat, and kind of making sure that they can get their fair share ahead of time and not leave it up to chance and leave it up to the strength of their flesh hooks or whatever.
Yeah,
that's what I think I'm getting from this.
Can I give you a performance of the Message's version of this?
Please,
Yes, please.
by all means.
Okay,
give it to us.
So you're correct about the thing of like scooping it up out of the boiling water on the fork, and that's what the priest would get. But here's what would happen here. Before they had even burned the fat to God, the priest's servant would interrupt whoever was sacrificing and say, hand over some of that meat for the priest to roast. He doesn't like his boiled meat. He likes his rare.
Are you from Jersey?
I don't know. Just go with it. If the man objected, first let the fat be burned, God's portion, then take all you want. The servant would demand, nah, I want it now. If you won't give it, I'll take it. It was a horrible sin these young servants were committing, and right in the presence of God.
Wow.
Well done. Well done.
That was something, all right.
That was great.
John Mulaney apparently is, he'll be cast as that.
Yeah,
servant who's doing that.
just that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Oh my goodness.
Well, thank you for bringing the Bible alive for us in that moment, because I really do feel like I understand what happened a little bit better now. So say what you will about passion plays. Maybe they really do work. Okay.
Yeah.
The sin of the young men was very great before Yahweh, for the men despised the offering of Yahweh. But Samuel
What? Why would they
ministered.
despise it?
Maybe they despise just having to take the leftovers.
Or does despise mean something different with
Maybe
this? Like,
disrespected.
yeah,
maybe.
that's kind of what I felt.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
message says desecrate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something else entirely as well. Okay.
But Samuel ministered before Yahweh, being a child, girded with a linen ephod. Oh, now I'm imagining him as just like a little baby, dressed all up in the priest gear.
I think
with
he's
the-
still a little boy, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how cute. It's like I'm playing Majora's Mask right now, and it's like little Link, like
little baby Link.
in his little like ephod. I love it.
Moreover, his mother made him a little robe.
Oh!
And yes, as someone pointed out in the chat, it's like a baby Yoda.
Oh my god.
Okay, is Baby Yoda playing Baby Samuel?
Oh, my
I think he
goodness.
is.
I think it definitely is.
Okay.
I want to
This is
see
a
the
weird. This has
baby.
turned into a weird.
Yeah.
People in the
A weird
audience are
movie.
into that.
A weird
Okay,
movie.
so
I mean, we
Baby
have already
Samuel.
have cast Pikachu, Detective Pikachu as
Oh
well.
yeah, I forgot.
we haven't
What did
cast
we
him as
cast
anything
Reynolds. It's Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu. We thought about casting him as the donkey.
Oh yeah, that's who we thought
Wait,
about.
so Detective Pikachu is playing the donkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that talked to Balaam,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
the talking donkey.
I'm excited about. I don't think we're going to have Baby Samuel for much longer, but I'm excited about it being played by Baby Yoda. So I think that's what
Okay.
we got to go with.
Great.
I think
It's gonna be
moreover,
It's going to be real weird though when we cut from Baby Yoda to then some other actor playing the grown-up Samuel.
They're like, wow, how did that happen? Okay. Just go with it. Yeah. All right.
moreover, his mother made him a little robe and brought it to him from year to year when she came up with her husband to offer the yearly sacrifice.
Oh, I'm so glad that they got to see each other.
Oh, yeah, they still get to see him. That's
Yay.
nice. Eli blessed Elkanah and his wife and said, Yahweh give you seed of this woman for the petition which was asked of Yahweh. They went to their own home.
So
Yahweh visited Hannah, and she conceived and bore 3 sons and 2 daughters.
Whoa.
Not at once, I hope.
I mean, maybe they did that IVF.
oh yeah,
Jeez.
that's probably this was
Maybe that's what Yahweh was saying. He's like, I offered giving you seed of this woman.
yeah, this was the Octomom of their time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
the thing you read was very confusing, so I wanted to
Yes.
hit you with the message. And Eli says, God give you children to replace this child you have dedicated
whoa.
to God.
Gracious.
Okay, well,
Has anyone? Yeah, that reminds me. Has anyone seen the last season of on HBO?
Silicon
Anyone?
Valley?
Yes, Silicon
Oh.
Valley.
Okay.
Yeah, the last season has something with Jared that it basically is like that, replacing people. It's very sad, replacing sons. But yeah, that reminded me of that. I know.
Okay.
I worked on this season of Silicon Valley, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh yeah, no, it's a fun time. All right.
So the child Samuel grew before Yahweh. Now Eli was very old, and he heard all that his sons did to all Israel, and how that they lay with the women who served at the door of the tent of meeting. Ooh.
I guess that's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah,
That's bad.
That's bad. Yeah.
He said to them, "Why do you such things? For I hear of your evil dealings from all this people. No, my sons, for it is no good report that I hear. You make Yahweh's people to disobey. If one man sin against another, God shall judge him. But if a man sin against Yahweh, who shall entreat for him? Notwithstanding, they didn't listen to the voice of their father, because Yahweh was minded to kill them."
Whoa.
God.
What?
Okay.
Because Yahweh... So it's like Yahweh is like, whatever, I was meaning to kill them anyway. They don't gotta listen.
Okay, right. Okay. This is like kind of hardening Pharaoh's heart kind of thing where we're sort of
I like
attributing
that.
to Yahweh a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The child Samuel grew on and increased in favor both with Yahweh and also with men. There came a man of God to Eli and said to him, "Thus says Yahweh, did I reveal myself to the house of your father when they were in Egypt, in bondage to Pharaoh's house? And did I choose him out of all the tribes of Israel to be my priest, to go up to my altar, to burn incense, to wear an ephod before me? And did I give to the house of your father all the offerings of the children of Israel made by fire? Why kick you at my sacrifice and at my offering, which I have commanded in my habitation, and honor your sons above me, to make yourselves fat with the best of all the offerings of Israel my people?"
Wait, is this Samuel talking?
No, it's just
some
has a
other
man
guy?
of God.
Yeah,
Some other
exactly.
guy.
I'm like,
It's
who's
some
this
other
man of
guy
God?
who's calling him out on what his sons are doing.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems like a messenger of Yahweh, though.
And I think it's a normal person because he's talking about his own personal sacrifice. He's saying, "Why kick you?"
Well,
Which makes total sense.
Verse 27 in the message says, "A holy man came to Eli and said, 'This is God's message, : and then said all that
fascinating.
stuff."
That's
Okay.
So it's a little unclear whether he's
that's
just...
different than what this seems like.
Right.
Okay. Therefore, Yahweh, the God of Israel, says, "I said indeed that your house and the house of your father should walk before me forever. But now Yahweh says, be it far from me, for those who honor me I will honor, and those who despise me shall be lightly esteemed."
Light, just a dash of esteem.
That was not where I was
Very
expecting that
lightly.
sentence
Yeah.
to go.
Really? Just lightly esteemed. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
"Behold, the days come that I will cut off your arm and the arm of your father's house, that there
Gracious.
shall not be an old man in your house." I think we're getting a little metaphorical here, like cutting off the arm of that branch of the family tree.
Meaning
Yeah.
like
I'm
assuming-
killing a
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Or you just won't
Yeah.
live to be old because you'll die sooner.
And your sons are not gonna have like successors. Like
Maybe?
the buck is gonna stop here.
Okay.
"You shall see the affliction of my habitation in all the wealth which God shall give Israel, and there shall not be an old man in your house forever."
Who
The
is
man
he
of
talking
yours-
to?
He's talking to Eli.
Yeah.
He's talking to Eli.
What did he? Oh, because Eli's sons did a bunch of
Yes.
wacky stuff, like
They're doing a bunch
have
of
sex with
wacky,
ladies.
Yeah.
wacky, evil stuff. Eli's not doing anything about it. And
Okay,
so he's gonna
Eli's
be punished.
like those crazy kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
The man of yours, whom I shall not cut off from my altar, shall be to consume your eyes and to grieve your heart, and all the increase of your house shall die in the flower of their age.
Meaning like the apex of their age.
Yes, the springtime of their lives.
Okay.
This shall be the sign to you that shall come on your two sons, on Hophni and Phinehas. In one day they shall die, both of them.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will raise me up a faithful priest that shall do according to that which is in my heart and in my mind, and I will build him a sure house, and he shall walk before my anointed forever.
Is this still God or the guy?
The guy speaking of
Is he
what?
speaking for God?
Yeah. I
He's
think
speaking
so.
for God.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
prophesying. Yeah.
Okay.
It shall happen that everyone who is left in your house shall come and bow down to him for a piece of silver and a loaf of bread, and shall say, please put me into one of the priest's office that I may eat a morsel of bread. Okay, so this is the prophecy that
Wow.
your sons are going to die. I'm going to raise up an actual good priest, and everyone who's left in your house is going to be begging that guy just to feed him.
Who's that guy gonna be?
I wonder.
I think
Wait, are you making fun of me? Is it gonna be Samuel?
clearly.
Yes, I'm always making fun of you pretty much every single time.
Oh.
I thought that Samuel was just gonna be like another guy, and then the actual guy was gonna be like another guy.
The book is named after him.
Okay, well, the Book of Ruth was named after her, and she didn't really do much in that one.
That's true.
I'm just saying. Okay.
You're right.
She was there, and there was no, what is it? The Fibonacci? No, what is it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the lady thing?
Oh, the
in
Bechdel
story?
test.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That didn't happen in Ruth.
No, it did not pass the Bechdel test, but it did pass. Or wait, did it pass the sexy lamp test? I don't remember.
I think it passed the sexy lamp test.
If she was a sexy lamp, would the story still happen?
Yeah.
Did she do anything?
I'm not sure it would
She
for
walked
Ruth,
a lot.
but definitely for Ruth's mom.
The thing with the sexy lamp test is
Stepmom.
like what
Mother-in-law.
powers does this lamp have? You know,
Well,
like
can
that's
the
my
lamp
question.
uncover feet, basically?
Can the lamp uncover feet? Yes.
Yeah, that's okay.
People are wondering what the sexy lamp test is. It's just like if this character, this lady character, wore a sexy lamp,
Would
it
the
would still
story
be the same. Would the story still apply? And the answer with Ruth is basically yes.
Is it, like, would the plot still move forward?
Right, would the plot all still work if she were
I
just
guess-
a sexy lamp?
I
Yeah.
mean, that guy could have married the sexy lamp.
Yeah, so I think it could work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
But the mom though, the mother-in-law, she couldn't have been a sexy lamp, I think.
No.
She was more proactive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So before we go on to Samuel 1:3, 1 Samuel chapter 3, before we go on to that, we're going to take a quick moment to talk about how you can support this show and hopefully get it so we can do 2 episodes a week so that we can do more of this every week. All right. Here we go for the last chapter of this episode, 1 Samuel chapter 3. The child Samuel ministered to Yahweh before Eli. The
What?
word he ministered to Yahweh before Eli.
Oh, I see. I thought that it was saying that Samuel took a child and administered him to Yahweh. But he did not. That's not what that says.
Yeah, the child Samuel, like the child bride. He's the
The
child
baby
Samuel.
Yoda. So
The
he's still a baby Yoda. He's still the child.
Thank goodness. Okay.
So child baby Samuel is ministering to Yahweh before Eli. The word of Yahweh was precious in those days. There was no...
Not anymore, but in those days.
Oh, I see. The word of Yahweh was precious in those days. There was no frequent vision.
Okay.
So this is kind of like we talked about in Judges, where like Yahweh's speaking very sparingly, as opposed to during the time of like Moses, where he
would just be
all the time
spouting, waxing poetic all over the place.
Right, where he'd always be like, "Oh, hey, I just thought of one more thing. Hey, come on." Okay, so it happened at that time when Eli was laid down in his place. Now, this is parentheses. Now, his eyes had begun to grow dim so that he could not see. We've been here before, too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the lamp of God hadn't yet gone out.
Oh.
And Samuel had laid down to sleep in the
Was that
temple
lamp
of
sexy?
the sexy lamp of God hadn't gone out yet, and Samuel had laid down to sleep in the temple of Yahweh where the ark of God was. That Yahweh called Samuel, and he said, "Here I am."
Cool.
That's it. He ran to Eli and he said, Here am I, for you called me. He said, "I didn't call." Okay, let me try this again.
What?
I'm gonna-
Yeah, you need to,
Yeah,
Jason, you need to
I don't
act
even
this out
know
again.
who's talking.
Yeah, I know. There's no quotations or punctuation in this version, really. So let me try this to make it more clear. Okay. Because I remember this one from Sunday school.
Oh, this is a Sunday school thing?
This story.
Wait, hang on.
People are nodding their heads,
Yes,
and I'm like,
I do remember this
okay.
from Sunday school, and I'm now putting together, if Baby Samuel is played by Baby Yoda, does that mean that Eli needs to be played by Pedro Pascal?
Oh.
Okay.
I think that's the
Yeah.
rock star pairing that we got to go with.
Okay. Yeah, I'm into it.
I love it.
Okay. Let me try this again.
In Mandalorian armor the whole time. That really changes the
You never
story.
see
I'm
his
sorry,
face.
that would be really strange, but okay.
I really
He's
like
telling
that.
her to sober up and stuff.
Yeah. With his voice through that, like,
Sober up, woman. This is the way.
Wait, did we see him at the end of The Mandalorian?
We do. Spoilers.
So Samuel, he's still a kid. Keep that in mind.
Baby Yoda.
We don't know this Baby Yoda. The problem is he's gonna speak now, and Baby
That's
Yoda.
okay.
Give
Just
him a
don't
Yoda, a
it's okay.
Yoda-esque
Okay.
voice.
He's
It's
gonna have a
okay.
young boy voice. Okay. So Samuel had laid down to sleep in the temple of Yahweh, where the Ark of God was. I'm assuming
The
this-
Covenant.
the Ark of the Covenant, full of radiation. He's sleeping in there,
Yeah.
right? And Yahweh called to Samuel, and he said, "Here am I."
Okay.
He, meaning the baby boy, he ran to Eli, and he said, "Here am I, for you called."
Oh, he thought that it was Eli, but it totally wasn't.
Totally wasn't, right?
Cool. Okay.
So then he said, and now this
Eli.
he is Eli. Yep. "I didn't call. Lie down again." He went and lay down.
Meaning Baby Yoda.
Yes, Baby Yoda lay down again.
Cool.
Yahweh called yet again, Samuel. Samuel, or maybe just called yet again Samuel. I can't tell from the punctuation here. Anyway, Samuel arose and went to Eli and said, "Here am I, for you called me." He answered, "I didn't call, my son. Lie down again." Now, Samuel didn't yet know Yahweh.
Oh.
Neither.
Wait, hasn't he been working for him for years
I
at
think,
this
like,
point?
in a personal way.
Oh, he didn't
In a
know
bi-
him
in a biblical
biblically.
way. Yeah.
Biblically? What did I say? Not in the biblical way that people know, but we're reading the Bible, so that's what I mean.
Yes, the biblical. Yeah. No, he hadn't. Like, it's like if you worked for KFC and Colonel Sanders shows up and you don't recognize
And you know
him.
him in the KFC way? What?
The ghost of Colonel Sanders
Where were
wakes
you
you from
going
your
with
sleep
that?
one night.
Right. If that
This
hadn't
is really going off the rails.
if that hadn't happened to you before, you wouldn't know that it was him. You would assume it was your manager or something.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let that one slide.
Okay. Now, Samuel didn't yet know Yahweh. Neither was the word of Yahweh yet revealed to him. Yahweh called Samuel again the third time. He arose and went to Eli and said, "Here am I, for you called me." Eli perceived that Yahweh had called the child. Therefore,
That's good.
he figured it out, yeah. Therefore, Eli said to Samuel, "Go, lie down, and it shall be, if he calls you, that you shall say, 'Speak, Yahweh, for your servant hears.'"
And do not come bothering me again.
I'm
please.
trying to
Shut
sleep.
up. Get out of here. Jeez.
So Samuel went and lay down in his place. Yahweh came and stood and called
What?
as at other times, "Samuel, Samuel." Then Samuel said, "Speak, for your servant hears." Yahweh said to Samuel, "Behold, I will do a thing in Israel."
It's like, I actually did not.
I'm gonna
write-
do something.
I did not plan ahead of what I was actually going to say here. I didn't.
I
think
actually
that you'd
just wanted to
hear me.
torment you a little bit. You
no, it's
strange baby boy.
It's like when you call someone to leave a message and they answer, and you're like, I was gonna leave a message. I didn't expect you to answer." Okay, let me try this again. This is literally, I'm reading it as it's written. "Behold, I will do a thing in Israel, at which both the ears of everyone who hears it shall tingle."
That's the best he's got.
He's trying to recover. Also, this is The Rock doing this, so I'm also trying to think about that. He's got
You're
like
trying to emulate The Rock right now. I love it.
I wasn't. I just remembered that Rock plays this. Okay, so in that day, I will perform against Eli all that I have spoken concerning his house from the beginning even to the end.
Oh, this is
yeah, so-
awkward. He's gonna have to go against the man who has raised him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
For I have told him that I will judge his house forever for the iniquity which he knew, because his sons did bring a curse on themselves, and he didn't restrain them. Therefore, I have sworn to the house of Eli that the iniquity of Eli's house shall not be expiated with sacrifice or offering forever.
I'm sorry, I have to just say this. One of our listeners just said the message says, I'm getting ready to do something in Israel that's going to shake everyone up and get their attention.
I like that even in the message, he kept the sense of like, I'm going to do something. I don't know
Something's
yet,
going to
but
happen.
Trust me, though, it's going to be wild. Okay. Okay. Right. So, end of quote. Rock's gone. Poof of smoke. Samuel lay until
It's like
the morning.
Genie. Yeah.
Samuel.
It's like Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. If the rock's not available, the ghost of Robin Williams will play this part. Okay.
Rest in peace. I love you.
Samuel lay until the morning and opened the doors of the house of Yahweh. Samuel feared to show Eli the vision. Yeah. Then Eli called Samuel and said, Samuel, my son. He said, here I am. Shit, I've done it wrong. Let me try again. Then Eli called Samuel and said, Samuel, my son. He said, here am I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was confusing.
Okay.
Yeah. He said, what is the thing that Yahweh has spoken to you?
Awkward.
Please don't hide it from me. God do so to you and more also, if you hide anything from me of all the things that he spoke to you. I think he's going senile. He's okay.
Okay.
Samuel told him every whit and hid nothing from him. He said, it is Yahweh. Let him do what seems him good.
As you're always saying to me, Eli, this is the
Let
way.
him do what seems you good, bruh.
This is the way.
This
Yeah.
is the way.
We'll work that into that part there. Yeah. Okay. Samuel grew. Oh, so this is the montage of him growing up into from Baby Yoda into whoever we cast.
Yeah.
Okay. Samuel grew, and Yahweh was with him, and did let none of his words fall to the ground.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. All Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, knew that Samuel was established to be a prophet of Yahweh.
Oh.
Yahweh appeared again in Shiloh, for Yahweh revealed himself to Samuel in Shiloh by the word of Yahweh.
And that's it.
That's it. The
Oh,
end.
is that it? Wow, that's it. Wow. The end. Wow.
That was pretty
Pretty awesome.
good. That's a pretty good episode of this story.
That's
Yeah,
a good
I mean-
setup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a true setup. And wait, did you say to me this Samuel business is going until August?
Till late July, we'll be reading.
Strap in, everyone.
Yeah.
Strap in.
Between 1st and 2nd Samuel, it's going to take us till late July. So yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Amazing. Wow. Okay, so what did we learn? Where do we think we're headed? What's happening next?
Next is we're going to cast adult Samuel.
Yes.
We're going to
Yeah,
have
we
to
need
do
to
Wait,
get
that.
more
is
sense
Eli
of his-
Soup's dead at this point?
Eli has not died yet. They have not.
Well, no, I think he did. I think.
Really?
Well,
Well, if Samuel's grown now, right?
so Yahweh didn't let any of his words fall to the ground, and he had said that he's going to kill both the sons on the same day. Maybe we're still going to see that happen. I'm not sure.
I think we're still going to see that, and we're
Okay,
still.
okay.
I don't know if this is my prediction or if this is actually a memory from Sunday school. I'm not sure, but I think like we have to have Eli seeing the consequences, or else what's the point of God even threatening to punish him unless Eli's alive just long enough to see the consequences, realize how much his life sucks, and then die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a better movie that
Mhm.
way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So no, I'm pretty sure Eli's still kicking it. Samuel's
Okay.
grown up to a young, hot baby Yoda.
We're really going to have to work hard on this casting.
Yeah, we need to figure so much. It's like when Casper turns into Devon Sawa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Who was it that
Girls
played-
everywhere
Who was it that played
swooned.
Casper? Devon Sawa?
Sawa.
Yeah, he was so cute.
Oh,
when I
boy.
go and watch that scene now, I'm like, he's 12 years old.
Yeah, but
What was
when you
wrong
were
with me?
also 12, he
Right.
was
I was also 12,
adorable.
to be fair, and he was so hot at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's shaking. Everyone's nodding their heads. Yes.
Okay, so
So-
Emily, what do you think might happen next in this story?
I mean, Samuel's about to be a prophet, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
We haven't had
he's
one in
gonna
a while.
probably
so.
prophesize a lot of stuff. Wait, okay, yes, that brings me to my next question. Was like Moses a prophet, and was like, who else? I don't know. Who else? We talked about Moses.
Yeah.
Um,
I think like Moses would be considered one.
Joshua. I should know that one better since I'm living with the Joshua. And Aaron,
Well,
was
but-
he a prophet?
Well, Aaron
Okay,
was a
but
priest.
But we're starting to
Oh.
get into the difference between
What's the difference?
who's a prophet, who's a priest, who's a patriarch,
Who's a judge?
all the P words, who's a judge.
Who's just some random person whose shit's written about?
I don't think these titles are also mutually exclusive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like,
Are they not?
no. I mean, like, being a king or not, I think is kind of a clear, like, you are a king or you're not.
Wait, who's been a king?
No one yet, but we'll get...
Exactly.
we'll-
Not until Kings 1 and colon 2.
but remember...
No, we're going to get into some actual kings in this book.
Yeah, we'll get to kings. But like, remember we talked in Judges about who was it who wanted to be king? The man who would be king?
Simba.
Elphaba. I don't remember what his name was.
Elphaba. Not hard leg.
But there was a guy who wanted to be king, and he did kind of take over, but wasn't considered a king because it wasn't actually like united, or there was some sort of reason why he didn't count as a king, and that's why he was just a judge.
All right.
Wow.
Well, Jace, do you want to wrap us up for this week?
All right, everyone, we're excited to see who Baby Yoda is going to grow up to be next week. We would love
Yes,
to
we
hear what you think is going to happen, and we hope to see you in our Facebook group, Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship. Thank you so much for joining us for Bible study today. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including ad-free episodes, early releases, personal toasts on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and then write us a nice review on iTunes or Stitcher, letting other people know what you like about it. You can also join fellow listeners in the Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship Facebook group. Find us on Twitter at Drunk Bible Cast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Emily Matlack, Dedeker Winston, and me, Jace Lindgren. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your dad. He's in a book club. Whoa. He's got
And with that, we are beginning this journey of Samuel 1.
Hang on. No.
That's good. I like that. But it is technically, you have to put the first Samuel and then say one.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Wait, I have to say first Samuel? That's the way that I say this.
Yes, that's the way you
thing?
say it.
Cool. Okay. And with that, first Samuel, colon, 1.
No. That's also not correct. Just say First Samuel chapter 1.
I don't know. That just really took me by surprise.
Are you really thrown off by the fact that there's like multiple numbers now?
Yes, okay, just first Samuel 1.
Yeah, First
Can you
Samuel
just
1,
make
First Samuel
it work,
chapter 1.
Jace?
First Samuel chapter 1 is good.
Oh, first book of Samuel, verse 1. That's
No,
really,
no,
that's
that's
a
not
lot.
correct either. We're
Okay.
we're
She's
doing
reading
chapter
more
1,
than
not
just
verse
verse
1.
1. I mean, she's starting from verse 1, though, so I get that. That's cool.
Okay, so just like first Samuel 1.
Or
Yes,
chapter
you
1?
got it.
I think we often say
No,
chapter.
we don't say chapter.
I think we
Sometimes
often
we
do
do.
say chapter.
What do we say, everyone?
Does anyone listen to our show and can tell us what we say?